This theme comes from our long-standing interest in things like creepypasta, weird core, dream core, liminal spaces.
So nobody asked for this. That's what you're saying. Nobody asked for this. You're doing this because this is what you want.
If there's a particular direction that you guys really like, then we'll keep working on it.
We want a grounded, military, tactical, immersive experience. That's the direction we want.
But almost every single decision came from deep discussions.
With who? With who? Discussions with who? Certainly it's not us. Okay, we don't want that kind of change this season. It's confirmed. No tier restrictions for season 5, guys. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're reacting to a new dev talk video from the ABI devs, and they're talking about season 5. This is a blind reaction, so everything I'll be saying here is a direct response to what they're going to be talking about. And without further ado, let's get on with the video.
Can we do something about red ammo?
First pause.
What is good balance? How will you achieve it?
Why are you always nerfing instead of buffing things?
Holy AI voice. What the fuck? Why are you always nerfing instead of buffing things?
Hey everyone, I'm Alaris, the marketing manager of Arena Breakout Infinite.
Is that a secret though? Oh, the penguin! I never got that. I want that.
And hey, I'm Brian, your lead designer. Welcome to the...
I know you! You're always listening.
There has been a lot of discussion in the community about this new season, and the hottest topics are Distorted Valley, balancing changes, and what's coming next.
I have a prediction. They're just gonna repeat what we already know. They're just gonna discuss the things we already know. Let's hopefully they surprise us with this dev talk.
Let's start with the Valley. The sim this time is Distorted Valley, and a lot of players are asking, what does distorted mean here?
Distortion means everyday things like cargo ships, bells, traffic lights. They're all twisted.
Oh, it's AI translations. I got it.
Here's the story. A sudden disaster hit Kimona and an unknown force messed up space-time.
That's so fucking unrealistic, but sure. How do you tie it to the lore though?
So let me ask Brian something that our players really care about. What is actually new in terms of gameplay?
Operators in Distorted Valley get distorted too, and they gain abilities. Some abilities...
Here are some of the skills. Blindside, Transcend, Reconstruct, Sprawling. I've tried Blindside, I've tried Reconstruct. I haven't tried the other two. So Blindside is basically you can deploy a glowing orb, and if a player looks at it, they get flashed for a certain period. And then Reconstruct is basically a Fortnite wall.
We want these abilities to bring more variety to PvP combat and create more dynamic encounters. We hope this leads to longer, more exciting gunfights with better feedback for both sides. Second, different anomaly threats show up across the map.
Okay, threats is a loose word because I don't see the anomalies as threats. None of these anomalies do jack shit. They don't damage you as much. They're basically just a jump scare. Some of them are just purely aesthetic. I don't see the threat in these anomalies.
The creature anomaly, called the Puppet, sneaks up on players and causes trouble.
This is the Doctor Who Weeping Angel reference, where I think there's also an SCP monster related to this one, where when you're not looking at this specific creature, that's when they move. When they're not in your line of sight, they move towards you.
Also, Extraction now has a new twist to it.
Okay. I don't know if you missed that. So I'm not a fan of that. If you look at the phone, you can see it floating. The hands, you see that? It's not even touching it. You see small things. It's a small thing, yes, I know. But you're a multi-million-dollar development studio backed by Tencent. And we can't even have animations of holding the phone. It's a small thing, but it speaks volumes of how they're prioritizing changes or development. This went through testing, and they saw this and they just okayed it. It speaks to what kind of priorities you have for your game.
So Distorted Valley isn't just the sky getting darker.
No, it's not really. Not that dark. Trust me.
One more thing. While you're staring at the bell tower, don't forget to look down at yourself.
What? What the fuck did he say? Huh? What does that mean?
While you're staring at the bell tower, don't forget to look down at yourself.
I don't know what that means. Holy shit.
I'm pretty curious that what made you guys go this direction.
Best question so far. Who asked for this, or what influenced him to make this decision?
To be honest, This time it's definitely a pretty bold move. The way we see it, Komona is already one possible version of reality. So naturally, there are many more new possibilities within that world. Now that we're in
Even she's not buying this bullshit.
this theme comes from our long-standing interest in things like creepypasta, weird core, dream core, liminal spaces.
So nobody asked for this. That's what you're saying. Nobody asked for this. You're doing this because this is what you want. I would understand more if the CN community asked for this. Like, at least it's coming from somewhere. The motivation to do this is coming from somewhere because someone asked for it. But you're saying you're doing this specific theme from a grounded milsim or tactical shooter. You switch to a supernatural theme because you're interested in creepypasta, weird core, dream core, bullshit core.
Weird core, dream core, liminal spaces, and urban legends. It's also shaped by films, novels, and photography we've been exposed to.
God, this might kill the game. Shit, this might kill the game. And the way they're handling this with your motivation to change what made your game popular in the first place, I don't see it going uphill from here. Yes, there's still a possibility that players' numbers will still grow or be consistent, but it will be catering to a different audience. Right now, our audience is a mix of casual and hardcore players. But now, if you're shifting to this kind of ideas that you are influencing without any source of requests, you're basically catering or molding a new audience that will alienate your current audience. This experiment is a big risk. What you're risking is you're gonna lose your core audience of EFT players who are looking for quality of life changes from EFT and people who want to casually play an extraction game without less punishment or QOL rich game. Basically what Arena Breakout Infinite is. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to hate Brian. Where was that lead designer in Season 0? Where was he? Where's his team? What happened to him?
When we think about the Komona universe, these ideas bring a dark, unsettling feeling that reflects the other possibilities we see for Komona. At the same time, that eerie atmosphere fits perfectly with the tension and sense of the unknown in the dark zone.
I do agree that if they started out, let's say Season 0, they took inspiration from Stalker instead. You can say it. It's like this is his theme of Season 5 is almost like Stalker-ish with the supernatural anomaly thing. If they started from Season 0 with that theme, with that setting, it makes sense with how the game's built. It's okay, that will be fine. There's no issue with that. But you came from Season 0 as a grounded tactical shooter experience, then slowly you were molding your game into something different. Season 0 was indeed peak because it was the most grounded experience of Arena Breakout Infinite. But now you're shifting away from that.
But as we mentioned earlier, along with our anticipation, there is also a sense of unease. We're not entirely sure how this experiment will turn out or how players will feel about it.
True, like we should be fair about what Season 5 is going to be bringing. We should have like fair set of expectations where we have to see if the gameplay is actually good, if PvE is actually as good as they think it is. We can't fully judge it yet until we play it tomorrow, which is to be a big update, by the way. But if I could judge it now, if you guys allow me to judge it now, this idea is somehow gonna gradually alienate your core audience right now. Because right now, the core audience is hardcore players and casual players. If you are shifting from what made the game popular in the first place, like a grounded QOL-rich extraction shooter experience, you're gradually gonna trim down your core audience right now, and you're gonna build a new audience that caters to that kind of gameplay. You might sustain some numbers still with the players, but the players who are ABI loyalists or apologists, they might actually leave because like the direction is changing a lot compared to what made them hooked in the first place.
Let's talk about balance. Last season, there was a lot of debate about red ammo, armor, and the overall combat feeling. Some people felt that red ammo were too strong and high tire armor wasn't doing enough. But others felt high tire helmets were too hard to kill through.
It's not really the helmet's problem. It's doing its job. It's providing you protection for your head. The problem is the head HP. Even if you splatter someone's brain, you hear this brain splatter when you headshot someone. they're still alive because the head HP value is high. They survive by a sliver, but that's costly for those who are shooting them. I think that's the problem instead of the helmet.
A lot of players think that since it seems like we've been always nerfing what's strong, but rarely buffing what is weak to create real variety.
Perfect example is the H4. A lot of people were complaining that that's the only meta weapon in the game. If you're not running H4, most of your raids won't be successful, or at least you won't get as much of a success rate with your raids if you're not running an H4. So what did they do? They nerfed the H4 and then they introduced the U191 instead, which doesn't really solve the problem of being a stagnant meta because it's always the same thing. They didn't really fix the issue. They just added another overpowered weapon, which basically just replaced the H4.
We can understand the perception and the feeling that words like nerf or reduce, but in reality, we still hope to maintain an in-game environment that's inclusive of different playstyles. Most of our big changes are about pulling back extreme cases, not removing playstyles. On the other hand, some of our new content is about strengthening weaker playstyles or trying to create new ones.
It's the same answer they gave in their previous dev talk where, again, they're saying we don't want to limit players' playstyles. We don't want to limit their freedom to play however they want. They're missing the point here. They're missing what the players are asking for. We need more variety in our weapon choices. What's happening is if I want to succeed in a raid, I'll just get the U191 with ultra high firing power. If you're not using the U191 or the H4, most of your raids will end up in a loss. It's not about limiting the playstyle, but giving us more options to play. Because with the current meta of the weapon choices, we're limited to use this gun. We're limited to use that gun. We're limited to play this way. If you're saying you want us to be more flexible, to have more freedom with our playstyles, buff everything else.
This season, we're officially launching proximity chat. You can open mic and talk to nearby enemies in a match. And the range is still pretty short for now. But that is
Did he just say don't shoot? This is Arc Raiders, bro. Get that shit out of here.
once you're down, you can't speak or hear anymore.
What? No, that sucks, bro. That sucks, bro. I want to down someone and trash talk them before they die. Why would you take that from us? That would be one of the best parts of Prox Chat. Gloating over your kill or your opponent.
We'll keep polishing this feature, and as always, we're listening to your feedback.
Here we go again.
Finally, let's talk about the roadmap.
They're just gonna show that vague picture of what's like to come in 2026.
This year, we'll use several updates to try out different games.
I called it, bro. I called it.
If there's a particular direction that you guys really like, then we'll keep working on it.
We want a grounded, military, tactical, immersive experience. That's the direction we want. We don't want this anomaly shit. We don't want this unrealistic crap in our game just because you want to be weird core.
First of all, thank you for playing our game.
Is that a cockroach in the gun? What the fuck was that? Ew! It's right there. Eee.
For a game developer, that's really all we could ever ask for.
And more skins.
I believe that there must be a moment where you felt what we are trying to share with you.
Why is this guy here? He doesn't play this game.
Looking back at all these seasons, Carmona has changed a lot, but almost every single decision came from deep discussions.
With who? With who? Discussions with who? Certainly it's not us. We're not having any discussions with you. You're talking to someone else. Who are you talking to about these changes? Who's guiding this direction?
I need you to do this.
No, I'm too busy making skins, man. Leave me alone. I need to make this operator sexy.
Keep making your voices heard.
We are, though. The thing is, you're not listening. You are listening to a point, but you're not acting on it. So it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I still support the game, even though I'm super critical with what they do. Don't get misguided with how I approach these certain topics about ABI. You ask, like, if you hate the game so much, why are you playing it? I like the game. I want it to succeed. That's my motivation for it. That's why I'm critical of the game. It's like tough love if you look at it. And yes, I'm being critical, but it's valid. You can't say that my complaints are not valid. If I'm the only one saying my complaints, yes, I'll shut up. But if everyone else is saying it, I think I'm just a megaphone for those people.
既然提到了高级蛋，自然会提到高级甲。
Oh, good question. What about high tier ammo in lower tier lobbies? Knowing this guy, he's just gonna recycle his last answer to this.
We don't want to limit player freedom. We don't want to limit their flexibility. We want them to play however they want.
这个我们其实一直以来多多少少有做一些限制，但是我们目前还没有限制的更多。像我知道社区当中有很多人希望把这个护甲的等级直接做硬性的限制，这个改动会很大。
Major change, but it makes the most sense. I've already said this. It's a major change, yes, but it'll make your game more playable or more enjoyable for all audiences, not just the hardcore players, but also the casual players.
这个设计决策我们会相当的谨慎去做啊，我们一直在讨论当中。
Still discussing it, so it's still in the air. They're not completely rejecting it. Okay, we don't want that kind of change this season. It's confirmed. No tier restrictions for season 5, guys.
这个赛季是没有做这样的改动的，还希望大家看看别的方面的一些调整能不能让。
I think this is fair what he's saying. I think he's pointing towards the non-penetration buff because that might change the overall dynamic of gameplay where when you fight against overgeared players, where like you're using tier 3 and you're fighting at tier 4 or tier 5, the non-penetration damage might actually give you a better favor against these kinds of players.
如果不行的话，我们再考虑更激进的。
This is good. I think this is a really good answer. Basically, he's saying we're gonna experiment on non-penetration damage boost first and red ammo nerfs. If it works well for season 5, we'll stick with this direction. But if it doesn't, we'll resort to more extreme measures, and that might lead to tier restrictions in the near future. And besides adding player-created lobbies, we're gonna get custom soon. No way, man.
大家在实际上进入到我们正式版本的时候，可以一起去探索一下，然后同时去发现一下我们藏在背后的小巧思。
Wait, are there like shadow updates that they didn't mention in the patch note? Okay, this makes me excited for season 5. There's custom lobbies. Oh my god, community games are back. Okay, so that's basically it. Mixed feelings with this dev talk. Nothing really juicy with what they provided. No answers were like mind-blowing or surprising. It's mostly answers that were very safe, very predictable, and most of the stuff that we already know. I am excited for season 5. I'm eager to test out a lot of things, especially prox chat, the non-pen damage. I'd like to know what you guys think. What did you guys think about this dev Q&A? Did you enjoy this reaction video? If you didn't, it's okay. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Season 5 begins tomorrow, April 2nd. Check your local times and update your game. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.